Hello friends, Coast Chris here. So I recently did a video on my Garmin Instinct, and in the comments I had a request to show what the app looks like on your phone, which I thought was an excellent request. So this, when you open up your Connect app, is what it looks like. So here we can go in my fitness section here, Connect, that's what it looks like. And this works for any Garmin device. It's the Garmin Connect app. The way they've designed this is for your eyes to start at the top of the page and come all the way down. And right next to my picture up there, you can see which device I have currently synced. And you can see a little picture of my Garmin Instinct, and that green dot lets you know that it is successfully linked and synced up. So if I click that sync button right to the right of it, it'll spin for a second, and there'll be a small circle that will start forming around the device picture right next to me. And when that reaches all the way back around to that green dot, then you know that it's completely synced and that it has loaded all your information that you may have saved, your activities, your heart rate, your stress levels, all of that to this app. And this acts as sort of a repository of all that data about you. So since I selected that sync icon and nothing happened, you know that I have everything successfully uploaded. Now moving on down, you can go through these and customize absolutely everything that you see on this page. There is a lot. You can see I haven't stepped a whole lot today. I've been sitting at my computer working. It tells you floors, calories, everything. So let me see. One of the things that I use the most is down at the very bottom of the screen here. You have your primary menu, and I like to come to calendar. And let me show you some activities. So it's December 1st, and let me go to November. And here in November, you can look through and you'll become familiar with what each of these line items means. And again, you can customize everything. Let me go to, let's say the 21st. So essentially, green is good, orange is meh, and then red is not so great. And so let's go to the 8th here. So I did Madison walking, 3.5 miles. So here you can just get a daily update. And if I tapped and held it so you can see sort of my heart rate and activity. Let me open up and show you Madison walking, the longer one. This is what I absolutely love. Oh, I remember this day. It actually was a really, really fun day. I went to a pretty big park and walked around. So here, this is where I think Garmin shines. It's easy, it's intuitive, and once you are taking a look at some of the details of your activity, this is where it absolutely outshines the Apple Watch. So here you can see my activity is walking, Madison walking. That's just because it using the GPS knows I was in Madison, Wisconsin, and then gives me the time, how long I did it, 1 hour and 14. I went 3.5 miles, burned 346 calories. It also tells me the elevation gain that I had, and so I like that. It'll tell you specifically if you're going for a hike. That's one of the items that it tells you on the watch face itself while you're hiking, and then it tells you your pace. And now I can go in, because I use the GPS feature. Now you can even see it's like a satellite image of where I went. And here you can see it gives a legend of blue being slower, red being faster. And I changed my pace throughout, pretty much a leisurely pace. You'll see most of it is just green right there in the middle. And to be honest, I'm not sure what criteria they have for slower or faster, but I do think that it's customized to you. What you're walking is faster, and as you put more information and the app gets more data about you, it adjusts your goals, your speeds, and everything to you. And that includes data on your heart rate, your resting heart rate, active heart rate, what activities you do well, what activities you struggle with, and so it'll adjust your goals accordingly with an algorithm back at Garmin. Again, Garmin absolutely focuses on that functionality. So then you can, of course, zoom in and you can even see that's where I started, that's where I stopped. I forgot to turn my, watch on for the first little bit when I started. And yeah, you can see the path that you did. And this, I love it because it's so much more information than you can get just by, a Fitbit or something that tells you, oh, I went this fast and yada, yada, that's great. But this actually tells me, okay, so I ran or I walked this fast because I gained almost 269 feet in elevation. If you were just standing at the bottom of a hill, that's a huge hill. So then, of course, it just gives you that more, gives you way more information. So that's my favorite feature of the app. Again, you can go back, gives you all sorts of information about your day from that calendar view. And one of the cool things I like about it is this stress level. So you can see overall stress, and I'm not really sure how this is calculated, but again, this is one of those algorithms in the background that is calculating for you based off of the data that they have. And what I find incredibly interesting is not so much the daily stress levels, but going back and comparing different days. So it's pretty much like the same day. I was a little less stressed that day, more stressed that day. Again, so it's just really interesting to see, what days were you successfully resting, mentally, physically resting. Just really, really interesting data, I think. And I don't sleep with my Garmin because I do think that it's just a little too bulky for, the positions I sleep in. But if you can sleep with it, that's even better. The more data you can put in here, the more of a tool it's going to be for you, and a more effective tool this is going to be for you to use and be for you. So that's my favorite one. There's also challenges. So I signed up for a couple, one in October, one in September. I still learning everything about this application. Now that it's the beginning of December, you know what? Let's go ahead and sign up for December walking. So here I have a challenge. It's 30 miles of walking activities. Let's join the challenge. That's like a mile a day. We can do that. So there you can see challenge accepted. I have 30 days remaining. Let's do it. So now I have my active badge challenge for December. These other ones, 300,000K step. Oh, that's different. Okay, so it was 30 miles. Let's just sign up for this one as well. So that's like 10,000 steps a day. Join challenge. It might be a little bit of a challenge, but hey, let's sign up for it. Okay, so now we have our December challenges ready to go. I really enjoy those, and I think about it, and of course that's the whole goal is for when you're thinking about it. So therefore you're gonna exercise more. That's another great use of this tool. I'm exploring more and more with this activity or with this app. So here I have, again, my day. And what I used to when I went into the office, I would add my hydration here. Again, you can add activities manually if for some reason you went and did that thing, but you didn't have your watch on, which I also like. And yeah, I used to add my hydration. So you can see I have a 17-ounce container. So I actually have had a couple of those today. And then you can see I'm at 39% of my goal, which is 128 ounces. So I still have a long way to go, and I need to keep drinking water. I really, really like that. So then I think I don't need to even save it. It just saves it automatically. So let's get back out of there. And there, now you can see my hydration goal. That, of course, is a more manual process. You're not going to be able to automatically calculate that. And so far, my stress is pretty good today. Although I think there might be something going on with the internet here or something because it's not syncing my heart rate. But I I think it's a fantastic app overall. Again, this is what it looks like. It's a blue Garmin Connect. It'll connect to any device that you have with Garmin, and it'll show you which one that you have synced up here. If I click on it, you can see that my device is synced. And yeah, I see there's some issue with that little exclamation point in the top there. If it ever gets out of sync, so if your battery completely dies with Garmin, you may need to reset it. You can come click on your icon and reset that connection. But yeah, overall, I think it's very intuitive, and it's really fun to learn and, again, find really cool activities that you did and go back and be like, oh yeah, Madison cycling. Let's see what we did that day. That was a pretty fun day, and look, it was kind of rigorous too. As far as pace goes, we mostly did a pretty fast pace, and that's a really cool bike path that I have near my place in Madison. So, just again, my favorite feature is this satellite review of your activity. So I hope you all stay classy. I hope you found this useful and enjoyable. Highly recommend. Definitely a Coasty Chris approved item is the Garmin Instinct and any Garmin device that you can connect on their Connect app. All right, Coasty Chris out.